Hi everyone, myself Manjunath Chetty, studying in 8th semester in Electronics and Communication Department in Institute College of Engineering. Today I am doing the seminar on the topic Audio Spotlight under the guidance of Assistant Professor Raghuveer CM of Electronics and Communication Department in Institute College of Engineering. First abstract. Audio Spotlight is a new audio technology that creates a focused beam of sound similar to the light beams coming out of the flashlight. By shining sound to one location, specific listeners can be targeted with the sound without others nearby hearing it. It uses non-linear acoustics device for its working. This acoustic device comprises a speaker that fires inaudible ultrasound pulses with very small wavelength. The ultrasound beam acts as an airborne speaker, and as the beam moves through the air, gradual distortion takes place in a predictable way. This is due to the property of non-linearity of the air. This gives rise to the audible components that can be accurately predicted and controlled in the right way. Audio spotlight that is made up of sound processor, amplifier, and the transducer. Introduction. Audio spotlight is a narrow beam of sound that can be controlled with a similar precision of light from a spotlight. It uses a beam of ultrasound as a virtual acoustic source, enabling control of sound distribution. The ultrasound has a wavelength only a few millimeters long, which are much more smaller than the source. The ultrasound, which contains frequencies far outside the range of human hearing, is completely inaudible. But as the ultrasonic beam travels through the air, the inherent properties of the air cause the ultrasound to change the shape in a predictable way. This gives rise to the frequency components in the audible band, which can be predicted and controlled. The targeted or the directed audio technology is going to the huge commercial market in the entertainment. And commercial electronics and technology developers are scrambling to tap into the market. Since the invention of the coil loudspeaker, audio spotlight technology can do many miracles in various fields like private messaging systems, home theaters, etc. Thus, audio spotlighting helps us to control where sound comes from and where it goes. Next is theory. Most sophisticated hi-fi speakers have difficult time in reproducing the clean bass and generally rely on the large woofer or enclosure combination to assist in the task. Whether they are electrostatic, dynamic, or some other transducer based design, all the loudspeakers today have one thing in common: they are direct radiating. That is, they are fundamentally piston-like devices designed to directly pump air molecules into the motion to create the audible sound waves that we hear. The audible portions of the sound tend to spread out in all the directions from the point of origin. They do not travel as the narrow beams. This is the way. This is why you don't need to be right in front of the radio to hear the music. In fact, beam angle of the audible sound is very wide, just about 60 degrees. This is effectively means the sound that you hear you will be propagated through the air equally in all directions. The smaller is the wavelength, the less is the beam angle, and hence the more focused is the sound. Unfortunately, most of the human audible sound is mixture of signals with varying wavelengths, that is between 2 centimeters to 17 meters. We all know that the human hearing ranges from a frequency of 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. Hence, except for a very low wavelengths, just about entire audible spectrum tends to spread out at 360 degrees. To create narrow sound beam, the aperture size of the source also matters. A large loudspeakers will focus sound over small areas. If the sound source loudspeakers can be made several times larger than the wavelength of the sound transmitted, then finally the focused beam can be created. The problem here is that it is not a practical solution. To ensure that the shortest audible wavelength is focused into the beam loudspeaker, about 10 meters across is required, and to guarantee that the entire audible wavelength is focused, even bigger loudspeakers are needed. The hypersonic sound technology and the audio spotlight uses ultrasonic energy to create extremely narrow beams of sound, which behaves like beams of light. The ultrasonic sound is the sound that has very small wavelength in the millimeter range, and you cannot hear the ultrasonic sound since it lies beyond the threshold of the human. And next is working. As we know, a human audible frequency range is 20 Hz to 20 kHz. In this system, originally the low frequency sound such as human voice or music is transformed into the high frequency ultrasonic sound, which is inaudible for human. In the beginning, the human voice or the music is applied to the audio spotlight emitter device. The low frequency data is modulated to a high frequency ultrasonic level. Since the wavelength of the ultrasonic frequency is small of the order of the millimeter and beam angle is also small, hence the sound beam will be narrow with a small dispersion. When audible ultrasound pulses are fired into the air, it spontaneously converts the inaudible ultrasound into the audible sound tones. Hence proved that as the like water, sound propagation in air is non-linear. So due to its non-linear property, the air slightly alters the sound wave. The alteration, the alteration, the alteration of the alteration in the original sound wave gives rise to the new sound wave within the ultrasonic wave. The new sound signal generated within ultrasonic wave will be corresponding to the original information signal with the human audible frequency range. Since we cannot hear the ultrasonic sound wave, we hear only new sound wave, which is formed due to the non-linearity of the air. Next is the components of audio spotlighting. It consists of power supply, frequency oscillator, modulator, audio signal processor, microcontroller unit, ultrasonic amplifier, and transducer. First is the power supply. Like all the electronics, the audio spotlight works off the DC supply. Ultrasonic amplifier requires 48-volt DC supply for its working and low voltage for microcontroller and the other units. Frequency oscillator. The frequency oscillator generates ultrasonic frequency of in the range of which is required for the modulation of the information signal. Next is modulator. In order to convert the source signal material into ultrasonic signal, a modulation scheme is required, which is achieved through the modulator. In addition, error correction is needed to reduce distortion without loss of efficiency. By using DSP modulator, the modulation index can be reduced to decrease distortion. Audio signal processor. The audio signal is sent to the electronic signal processor circuit where equalization and distortion control are performed in order to produce a good quality sound signal. Next is microcontroller. Microcontroller unit. A dedicated microcontroller circuit takes care of the functional management of the system. In the future version, it is expected that the whole process like functional management, signal processing, double sideband modulation and even switch mode power supply would be effectively taken care of by a single embedded IC. Ultrasonic amplifier. High efficiency ultrasonic power amplifiers amplifies the frequency modulated wave in order to match the impedance of the integrated transducers, so that the output of the emitter will be more powerful and can cover more distance. Lastly, the transducer. It is 1.27 cm thick and 17 centimeters in diameter. It is capable of producing audibility up to 200 meters. With a better clarity of sound, it has the ability to real-time sound reproduction with zero lag. It can be wall, overhead or flush mounted. These transducers are arranged in the form of an array called parametric array. Nextly, the modes of listening. There are two types of modes of listening: direct mode and projected mode. Directed mode. Direct mode requires a clear line of approach from the sound system unit to the point where the listeners can hear the audio. To restrict the audio in a specific area, this method is appropriate. Next is the projected or the virtual mode. This mode requires an unbroken line of approach from the emitter of the audio spotlighting system. So the emitter is pointed at the spot where the sound is to be heard. For this mode of operation, the sound beam from the emitter is made to reflect from a reflecting surface, such as a wall surface or a diffuser surface. The virtual sound source creates an illusion of sound source that emanates from a surface or direction where no physical loudspeaker is present. Next is advantages. Audio spotlight can focus sound only at the place you want. Ultrasonic emitter devices are thin and flat and do not require a mounting cabinet. The focused or the directed sound travels much faster in the straight line than conventional loudspeakers. Dispersion can be controlled very narrow or wider to cover more listening area. Highly cost effective as the maintenance required is less as compared to the conventional loudspeakers and have no longer lifespan. It requires same power as required for the regular speakers. There is no lag in reproducing the sound. Next is the disadvantage. Here the disadvantage is the lack of mass production, and that is each unit must be handmade. The most common form of distortion is clipping. Applications. It is used in automobiles. Presently, Mercedes Benz are refitted with the spotlighting speakers so that individual travelers can enjoy the music of their own interest. It is also used in store advertisement, provide targeted advertising directly at the point of purchase. Safety. It is used as safety officials. Portable audio spotlighting devices for communicating with a specific person in a crowd of people. It is used in hospitals, entertainment systems, emergency rescue, and in museums. Military applications, audio video conferencing, sound bullets are also made by the audio spotlighting. Next is conclusion. Audio spotlighting is going to change our view in sound transmission. The user can decide the direction of sound in which it should propagate. Since the sound in this system propagates in the single direction, it is applicable in several fields. Audio spotlighting will be an amazing experience for the users. And these are the references I have made. Thank you.